Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny and Juice. How you doing tonight, Juice?
Feeling generous, Danny. Feeling quite generous this evening.
Yeah, after that shit you just showed me before the show starts.
Oh, that's not
Ah,
nice.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been here before, this is our last point signing on Thursday. We talk business tonight, but before we get to that, we gotta pay some bills. Thank you to Accept the Win for being the official band of the podcast. You listen to them before, during, and after the show. And if you haven't already, please hit a subscribe for us. It would really help us out. We're at 5 out of 10. Really love to get to 10 out of 10. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free for you, helps us out. Got to use your laptop or computer, but the instructions are in the chat right there. It would be great, great. Thank you very much, especially in time for the holidays. Would love it. Juice, we have a lot to get to.
Yeah.
WWE, AEW, lot to talk about. Do you have anything to say before I just get started?
No, I'm ready to dive in. We have, like you said, a lot. So let's start off.
Guys up. Oh, what happened here? Where are they? Oh, give me 1 second. Where they go? What's happening here?
Today, Junior.
I don't know what happened. They were good, and now they're... Oh, okay. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. This is all on me right now.
Also some difficulties.
I had this all done. What a shame.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
This guy
brother.
stinks.
Who brought this guy?
All right. Well, if we're starting with WWE like we usually do, I know what the first bullet point is, so I'll get the ball rolling. For those of you that do not know, there's a story with Ridge Holland going on right now, where he was released a few months ago, and he got injured wrestling on a show that was not WWE or NXT. I forget where he went, but he wrestled somewhere else, got hurt. While he was injured, they released him. They were going to pay for his surgery and his rehab, but that was it. They got the contract, and now he's left with no money. And he ended up posting on socials pretty much a long, heartfelt statement about how this isn't going to work for him. He can't afford his mortgage, losing the money, pretty much ripping WWE apart more or less. Not brutally, but enough.
Yeah,
And
it was pretty crazy. I wasn't I'm
Yeah.
not surprised. We hear stories about that kind of stuff all the time, but it was just weird that it just came out of nowhere, it feels like.
Yeah, and as a result, it's come out that WWE has more or less retaliated, where now they consider his words a breach of contract, and any of the money they were going to pay him out for the remainder, they are no longer paying him. So they've now taken away more money from him as a result of what he initially said. Um, so that led
That's
to him.
wild. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so that's led him to posting another post saying he needs help. He has started a GoFundMe, and numerous wrestlers have already donated. I believe Jinder Mahal, one of the Bucks, Chelsea Green has donated. So a lot of wrestlers are donating money. You can donate too. I don't have the link on me, but again, if you want to go on social media or just go to GoFundMe, I believe his real name is Luke Menzies. Menzies with a Z. You can look him up, and if you want to support, by any means, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. But yeah, and then Chelsea Green apparently accidentally tweeted the GoFundMe link, and everyone was like cheering her for doing that in the face of WWE. But then she deleted the tweet. She probably shared it on accident. If I'm a betting man.
Oh, for sure. She's definitely in trouble, though.
Yeah, she's gonna get heat. So it's a really shitty situation, and I just wanted to see if you had any thoughts about it.
No,
Everything.
it sucks, but again, like, you hear this shit all the time, and it's unfortunate that they kind of just leave them out to dry, especially when they're injured. Like, it's one thing to fire someone and have them go friend on their own, but like, you're hurt, you can't really get work once you're hurt. Like, I don't know, man. It's just so weird. You're a $1 billion company. Like, it's not going to cost you. It's going to cost you pennies. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get worse if the ticket sales are going down, as the prices are going up. It's only gonna get harder and harder for these wrestlers. WWE with the grass is always greener because they spray paint the grass green. Very true. Very accurate. Yeah, these wrestlers. I mean, there are some wrestlers. There was that one in NXT that just walked because they wouldn't give her like an extra like $20K a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't live off of that.
Yeah, it's
They're
crazy.
not paying. They're not paying him well. But all right, I digress. Now moving on to the shows at hand. Saturday night's main event was this past weekend.
God, it
I did not
was
watch.
terrible.
Um, I assume you watched.
It was very boring.
But we'll start off with the first point: Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, and Cody Rhodes beat Drew after, from what I saw, once again cheating and using the belt when the referee was not looking, to get the win over Drew. And this stipulation was if Cody got DQ'd or counted out, Drew would win the title.
hmm
And they still, despite that stipulation, they had Cody still cheat, referee not see it, and Cody beat Drew. Where do you go from here? I mean, besides they're obviously going to do Cody and Randy at Mania. If I'm a betting man, they've been building that for like a year now with stupid staring and like whatever. Like, what else do you do with Cody if it's not Randy right now? Like, what's next? That
I
matters.
mean, it looks like they're trying to maybe turn him heel, but not like. It's all stuff where he's not the one bringing in the belt, but the belt's there. Blah 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 blah. So like, I don't know. I guess turn him heel, but it doesn't make sense because they don't really have a lot of faces on SmackDown to go at him anyway. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe turn him like if you turn him heel, then you have Sammy and Shinsuke, I guess, because they just turned him face. So you can let that. I get like if you're just trying to pass time until Mania, like Orton's technically a face. You don't have to turn Orton heel, even though Orton's a better heel.
They're going to turn Orton heel. That's what they're going to do.
I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they turn Cody heel, I'm just saying like this
Yeah.
is the path they would go. But like, I don't know. I don't know why they keep doing this whole like cheat. Like, just make it a no DQ Street Fight or whatever. Like, it's so dumb.
Well, Jay says I can't wait for Cody to dye his hair black again for one random week this winter. Yeah, I'm sure he'll save that for when he
Brunette
actually heel
Cody
turn
is
comes.
the best.
But yeah, so Cody remains our champion. Way to go, Cody,
Ugh,
I guess.
it's the worst.
Next
It's such
up,
a
Jade
boring one.
Cargill. Jade Cargill defeats Tiffany Stratton in about 5 minutes,
Ugh,
typical,
terrible match.
to win the women's championship after 300 plus days of Tiffy time, or Taffy time, as Jade says. Jade now has the belt, and I'm glad they did it. It was the
Yep.
right time and right thing to do with her turning heel.
Yep.
I just hope it's not a placeholder for just when Bianca comes back and they actually give Jade something. But I I worry they're gonna give her like a Goldberg run where all of her matches are just gonna be 5 minutes and they're not gonna. I mean, it's smart to do that. They shouldn't push her into 20-minute like matches. But I just yeah, we'll see what happens now with Jade as champion.
Yeah, I mean, I we say it all the time on here. We're not fans of her, so
I was.
it had to happen though. So about time. Let's see what kind of run she has. It's not going to be good. What I'm more concerned about, I've been saying it, is where does Tiffy go from here, and what do they do with her? So
She'll be on TV for a month or two because God forbid they actually keep momentum with their champions losing. That's why I hate long title reigns because there's
yep.
no plan and they just go away.
Hey, guess
It's
who
like,
you
oh,
haven't seen since he lost the U.S. belt? Sami Zayn.
uh, yeah, yep. All right, next up we have the main event from Saturday Night's main event.
So lots of drama with this match.
CM Punk versus Jey Uso to crown the new World Heavyweight Champion after Seth Rollins' injury. And after numerous neck swing botches from Jay, we have a new world champion in CM Punk. And it's very telling that, Punk is the world champion. And I'm just like, okay, I get, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, listen, I'm happy for the guy. Good for him. But, like, I don't know, whatever. It's like, we'll get to it later on, but they didn't really follow it up that well. But let's stick with Saturday Night's main event for now. Um,
Okay,
thoughts on
I
them going
agree.
with Punk? Thoughts on them going with Punk over Jey Uso, and thoughts on the match?
So going with Punk over Jay, I said that I thought it was going to be more, and I know you thought I was joking, but I really wasn't. Once it wasn't in Boston, I was like, all right, Punk's winning because like a screw job to Punk would happen would happen. Not to Boston, sorry,
Chicago.
Chicago. My bad.
How dare you.
Because that's what, like how WWE works. They want to ruin the hometown thing. Yada yada. They like give him a quick moment, then try to take it away. The match sucked. Match wasn't good, but the match was also like weird. And then you have all these reports coming out after the fact, and I don't know if it's true or not. So who knows? But apparently Uso might not have been completely sober during the match. I don't know. I don't believe that because WWE is usually better with that kind of stuff. But what I do think was real was the Punk kick. Punk looked frustrated with him. It looked like there was a couple of botches, that neck swing, and I think he really did just like kick him in the head and be like, wake the fuck up.
Yeah. He was hot. He was pissed. I don't blame him.
But the water thing was also weird. Like when he splashed him with water to get him back in the ring. Like I don't know if that was a spot for the match or if he was like frustrated and trying to like wake him up a little bit. Like the water.
I didn't see the water spot. Did he just take a water bottle and throw it over his head?
Yeah, they were outside of the ring, and I forgot what movie I just did, but like Jey Uso was down and rolling around. And he just like took a water bottle, and, like splashed on him, and then rolled him in the ring to like keep the match going. So it was a little strange.
Well, that probably leads into the being high. I mean, and that's what they said. For those of you that didn't know, the speculation was that he was he took weed.
Oh, really?
Weed.
I heard it was drunk.
No, it was the reports I saw were cannabis, but hey, whatever. Okay. I mean, probably not true, but if it is,
yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't think so, but yeah, I didn't see the match, so Jay's Jay. So yeah, CM Punk, new world champion. Congratulations. Next up, we have the official announcement for John Cena's final match. They are going the route of the tournament. It is a 16-person field of wrestlers from WWE, NXT, and people not with the company, which you assume is just TNA and AAA. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to hear it. It's not Edge. It's not Jericho. They're not doing that. People need to stop and get over it. And so far, they've only announced 2 matches, and of course, there's no bracket. It's just fucking 2 matches, and that's it. And we don't know anybody else.
Going to be revealed after all the first round matches are like announced because it's surprise. Like they're doing the old school like lottery thing where they're rolling the big thing and they're taking out the big ball and they're like, oh, look at the name, but they're not going to show us the name, but like we'll talk about it and look very like interested. So yeah, that's how they're announcing each match.
Personally, I don't like it. I think, lazy just to do a tournament for it. Maybe some people like it, and that's fine. I can respect it. I love tournaments, but I just think for the final match, you want some heat behind it to build, and let's do a tournament is the typical wrestling landscape these days of just lazy and doing it for the sake of content.
So, for me, what I don't like about the tournament aspect isn't so much that it's a tournament, it's the message behind it. Because, like, the whole promo that Cena was doing was like, on my last day, I want someone to step up to me like I did to Kurt Angle on my first day. It's like, well, that's not the tournament then. The tournament is a bunch of people wrestling until they get to you, where, like, it would have been cool if someone came into the ring on, like, your last promo and just, like, slapped you in the face to try to get your last match. Like, that is what would have been dope.
And what I don't like about it is, like, okay, so now he has 3 other appearances left besides the final match. Is he not going to wrestle at any of those appearances? Is he just going to be there to watch them qualifiers? Like, these are opportunities to get him to wrestle at MSG one more time, get him to wrestle in Boston one more time, Survivor Series one more time.
Well,
like,
it looks like
if he's not wrestling at all 3 of those, that's a huge miss, man.
It looks like Boston's where they're starting, I believe they said, next week, and he's not going to be wrestling. He's going to be there to watch.
Like, that's the way they made
that's the way they made it seem.
I know, it's just, and that's the problem with doing the tournament is now, how can you get other people to fight him at the other shows when there's a tournament going on? So it's a complete waste. And listen, this whole run has been a fucking shit show.
Yep.
But like, this is the end, man. This is the time just to fix it and make it right and get the last matches in, and they're just not doing it.
No, they really fumbled this whole run with him. It's really upsetting.
Awful. And the best part is he's only going to be on 3 other shows. Not going to do qualifiers at Survivor Series. So like,
what's so wild and sad is for some reason people still believe, like there's still people putting out like the rumors out there that he's gonna fight Dom at Survivor Series for the IC belt. But Dom
that was going before. I think that was going before they announced the tournament. I haven't seen that flare back
No,
up
no, no,
since
no.
the
I'm
tournament
sorry.
announced.
Sorry, I didn't finish the thought. They're so some, and these aren't like real wrestling sites. These are just people just like, but a lot of people are on board with this theory that he's gonna fight Dom, win the IC belt. Sheamus is gonna win the tournament, and then Sheamus is gonna win the IC belt to like finalize his Grand
It's
Slam or whatever.
never gonna happen because that's fans that want to get Cena one IC title and they
Of
want to give
course,
Shane. That's no, that's
it's
out of
such
their
a
mind.
great, it's such a funny theory. I love it.
That is, yeah, okay. Moving on. To Raw, we have the return of Sheamus, top 25 wrestler in WWE as a male, last 25 years, according to us.
Very
Yes,
true.
Killer Tomato.
Thank you for remembering. Check that show out on Monday. It's in our link tree down below.
Yeah, and if you also want to see the list, we posted it over on our Facebook. If you do not follow us over on Facebook, you should. That's where we post every time we're live, what we're doing the night of, and other fun stuff. So definitely go over to Facebook and follow us. It's free. So Monday Night Raw, Rey Mysterio returns, and I believe he's been out. Not is it Mania? A
Yeah, he's
month
been
after
out for a
Mania?
while. Yeah, a little bit
I don't
after
even know.
Mania, I think.
Oh no, he was out at Mania because he didn't wrestle. Remember, he didn't fight Phoenix, or Phoenix replaced him to
Yes.
fight El Grande.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's since
yes.
Mania. That's right, they pulled him from that. So he's back. He gets in Dominic Mysterio's face, and I guess we're getting ready for Ray versus Dom again. First thing I thought of was, okay, they're gonna run Ray versus Dom in AAA, and they're gonna have Ray beat Dom for the AAA World Title in
That would be
Mexico.
so dope.
So that's my running reason for this happening. Otherwise, I don't really know. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Ray being back?
The promo was pretty fun. I'm really loving heel Dom. Just Ray like running through a list of luchadors that he's like, you think you're better than all these guys, and he mentions Eddie Guerrero, and Ray just right away was like, don't you mention my father's name. I died. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, no, I think it was a good return. He just he's got to be done soon. Like between the injuries, the age, he already got into the Hall of Fame. Like I think he was thinking about calling it quits a little while ago. He's got to be done soon. He's been doing it for so long.
Had
And
surgery 5 times on his right knee.
and honestly, I didn't think about the AAA
Right.
championship. I was just thinking about the IC belt. And I was like, that's going to be a little bit of a boring run. And I think Ray should like win a big match in this little feud because like the WrestleMania, obviously he didn't get the win there, which he shouldn't have. So yeah, I think winning the AAA belt is a lot smarter, and in Mexico would be huge. That would be so dope for Ray.
Yeah, that was my first thought. I didn't even think of the IC title because that would be a complete waste to
Yeah,
do that.
would not
But
make sense.
you can easily give him the AAA because I don't think he's. I mean, I don't know his full history, but I'm pretty sure he's never won that one.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
So last up
Oh
for
God,
double E, we have
terrible.
Logan Paul, who returns to Monday Night Raw. And what a full timer, Danny. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like now he's about to be a full timer. Juice.
Oh, is this is the one? Okay.
This is it.
Okay, I believe you.
Did you see how the show ended, bro? He's gonna be a full timer.
Oh, I believe you. Yeah, totally believe you. Just like Rusev getting wins. This is the run. This is
I
the
sound
run.
convincing, don't I?
Yeah, yeah. So, he shows up and tries to be he's babyface now, protecting CM Punk or friend of my enemy of my enemy is my friend or whatever.
All right, hold on.
Whatever.
I'll say what happened because I don't know. If
No,
you
no,
actually...
I know what happened. I'm just trying to not talk about it because it sucks. But yeah. So Logan Paul comes out, gets in CM Punk's face. Division come out. They push Logan Paul. Logan Paul's head hits the side of the ring, which is hysterical.
Yes.
Division goes and attacks CM Punk. Logan Paul's mad about getting pushed, gets in the ring, and goes after Division 2. So you have Punk and Logan going after the Vision, and it's like, oh, yay, what is Logan and Punk together? What? And the crowd's like, yeah, whatever. And Then the main event, I believe, was Punk and Logan versus Vision. I
No,
don't even
which was
remember.
so weird. That didn't
All
even
right.
lead to a tag team main event. The main event was Jay and Punk versus the Vision.
Jay and Punk.
They
Okay.
do the whole
But
match. After the match, when the Vision's about to attack Punk 2-on-1, that's when Logan Paul just comes into the ring. He wasn't even like watching the match. He came at the very end of the match. It was very I don't understand how the first segment set up to the main event besides the end. It was so stupid. And then yeah, go ahead. You can finish with your raving review.
so then Logan Paul and Punk are in a standoff with the Vision, getting ready for a fight. Logan puts on the brass knucks, turns and hits CM Punk. Crowd's all like, "Boo! What? Are you kidding me?" And then he takes off the brass knucks, and I believe he gives them to Paul Heyman, and that's how the show ends.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if we're led to believe or how you took it. If Logan is fully in the Vision now, and he's just filling the Seth role, and he's going to be the new leader of this thing,
I do not
or
think he's going to be the leader. I don't think Braun would take orders from Logan Paul.
if you're gonna honestly, if you're gonna do this, you almost have to do that though.
Oh,
Like,
that's true.
like what? So now you're just gonna have three people following Paul, and that's it. So like, if you're gonna put Logan in it, you got to put Logan in and just let him take over the thing.
Oof.
And if that's gonna speed up a Braun and Bronson face turn, I mean, I wouldn't do that either. But if Triple H wants to tell his story, he's gonna tell the story he was gonna tell. He's gonna fill Logan with Seth, or fill Seth's role with Logan, and
Heyo.
yeah, this just doesn't sound like a fun time. I just find it hysterical. I remember last week I was like, "Oh, here comes the landscape's about to change. Here comes Brock Lesnar," and nope, they went just another bad way,
See,
and they just did
man,
Logan
you
Paul.
jinxed it. You jinxed it, and
They
they
did
went
Logan Paul.
potentially worse.
They always do. Whenever the landscape's about to change, some bullshit's about to happen. It's gonna piss everybody off, and they know it every time. It's either
um,
Goldberg or Lesnar.
fucking
It's
hilarious.
gonna be Braun Strowman one day. Always.
So yeah,
Ugh.
terrible segments. Again, didn't understand the
Mhm.
main event was Jey Uso and Punk after how it all started would have been at least made more sense. But I don't know. Joking, not joking anymore because he's not really full time. I don't know if he's really going to be joining them or if it was like an offering to like leave him alone. I don't know what it is, and I guess that was the whole point to like leave us questioning it. But
Yeah.
it wasn't a great overall like first feud for Punk after he wins the belt. Because I
Well,
still
here's
don't
the
know what
thing
the feud
now.
is. And then the whole problem
He's
was that
yeah.
Punk was like, I'm going to be a fighting champion. Whoever wants to challenge can challenge. And he's naming like all these people. And then when Paul comes out, he's like, oh, God, not you. I'm so sorry. Not you. And it's like, whatever. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's the point.
kick his ass. It's great.
And that's the point in one sense, but also he's not going to have a feud for the next month. He's gonna, they're gonna build the War Games.
Yep.
That's all. So Punk doesn't have to have a world title feud until War Games, and after War Games, I'm pretty sure that's the last pay per view till the Rumble, which is in like February, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a
Like
little later this year.
there's nothing in December because they're doing Saturday Night's main event instead of seeing that pay per view.
And that's going
I
to
don't
be
think
the
there's anything
massive
in
match.
January. I'm pretty sure the first week of February is the Rumble next year. So after Survivor Series, there's no pay per view for like a while. So then, Punk doesn't have to really have anything like big. So it's gonna get
God,
bad. It's gonna get bad, folks.
Yo, poor Punk. What a boring, real run for him. That sucks.
Well, since coming back, but yes, I get your point.
That sucks.
All right. With the ticket sales down, they can blame Punk. All
Yeah,
right,
right.
moving on.
Real quick, Killed Tomato,
yeah.
don't mock Rusev. Him making that kid crap himself is gold. That is the greatest thing that came out of like this past week. I don't know if you saw that clip, but a kid went to go touch Rusev, and Rusev's like, "Don't touch me!" Like screamed at him, and the kid legitimately, I think, shit himself. He's like, "Ah!" He like screamed. It was the funniest shit I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen it, go
it.
check it out.
I saw it. I just didn't care because it's Rusev.
Poor Juice guys. We gotta get him.
No, I'm good. Trust me, I am more than good. I don't have to watch that.
So let's go on to AEW, which I don't know if it's going to make you better from this week, but we'll find out. First up, we got the Acclaim versus Okada and Takeshita.
Yeah, so first we're gonna start with Collision. It was a pre-tape Collision.
Always.
So nothing too crazy from it, but I figured we can talk about some things really quick. before diving into the meteor stuff from Dynamite.
Hmm.
So I loved the match. I thought it was nice. It was refreshing
So fun. It was so good.
because you had two tag teams that don't like each other, so it
Hmm.
wasn't like a typical tag team story of like the good guy and the bad guy. It's just like the only person in their ring that probably people really liked at that point was Takeshita and maybe Caster, but like Takeshita was your baby face, and it's like it was good sequences. So I really dug the match. I enjoyed it. Wanted to see what you thought about it.
I thought it was so much fun. I was saying the same thing. I'm like, oh man, like I haven't really seen a match like that before where like both teammates are either trying to one up each other or not help each other or whatever. It was really, really funny. And it was still like great wrestling because it was like four good guys. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, and that's really it for these next few points. Again, they're not going to be anything too long, but the next one I want to talk about was Olympia, who fought Mercedes Moné on Collision for the
She's a
CMLL Women's title.
beast.
I wanted to see what you thought about Olympia because I did not know this, but she's a rookie. I don't know how old she is, but she's new to the business.
Is she really?
This was only her 13th match ever
Get the fuck out of here.
against Mercedes
Bro,
Moné.
she looks like a seasoned pro. She looks so good.
And yeah, it just got me thinking, and we're gonna talk about her in a little bit, but I don't know if I've ever formally said it. I probably said I've been close to it, but I think after I think this match did it for me, oddly enough. Just seeing Olympia in there with Mercedes made me fully out on Julia Hart. I'm done. I'm
Why?
done with her. Because like I can't believe a single strike or move or thing that Julia Hart does in that ring. Like, I'm sure she's a sweetheart and she's a nice person and she's over enough with the crowd as a character and what she, is as a presentation. But in that ring, man, she's never had it. And it's been like 5 years now. There's no growth. None of her strikes are convincing. Um, she's too small to put on the moves that she does with like the tarantula and the ropes. I've tried. I tried for so long, and after seeing Olympia in her 13th match have that presence and that striking ability, that's what made me do it. So I'm just had to use this to say I'm out on Julia Hart. Sorry.
Wow, Olympia. Look at you. But I 100% agree with everything. I mean, Julia Hart had no bearing in mind when I was watching the Olympia match, but that's hilarious.
Sorry.
I've never thought Julia Hart was good in the ring. I've always said I think she's a better manager, and that's where she should have stuck. And like,
Mhm.
that's what her role should be. But it is what it is. No, that's crazy that she's a rookie. That's crazy that this is her 13th match. I honestly thought like she was some seasoned pro from CMCC. Is that it? And
BMLL.
why did I say CC?
I don't know.
Christian McCaffrey. CMLL, and yeah, that's nuts. I hope they sign her. She's gonna be a mega star. She's so good. She's really really good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like fully sold on Olympia, but I thought she
No,
looked very good for 13
I'm
matches.
more sold now that I know that. Like I think she's gonna be really good.
Yeah. I got to hear her promo ability, and quite frankly, if she could speak English before I would sign her, because if she can't cut a promo, I don't want it. Sorry.
She can't get a promo. Just give her a manager. It's fine. She can go in the ring like
No,
that.
they'll give her fucking Abrahantes. No, stop that.
That's not who I wanted. But all right, moving on.
Jada Falco even said it. Alex Abrahantes waiting in the wings.
Stop
See?
it. That doesn't count. You two
But that's
think
the
alike.
thinking. Oh, luchador.
Moving on.
Can't talk. Let's give them Abrahantes. That's
Moving
that's
on
not,
to some
that's not-
money.
So we have the first ever $1 million match announced for Full Gear. It is going to be the Young Bucks, and I believe they said Josh Alexander.
Yeah, which is a little weird.
Well, no, because they're going off of the Josh Alexander Omega stuff they did a few weeks back with Kota Ibushi
That's
versus
fair. Forgot about
Jungle
that.
Jack Perry, Luchasaurus, and Kenny Omega in a 6-man tag. And yeah, I just wanted to see what you thought about it because obviously Omega's been off TV here and there, and not really sure what's going on with him fully with his health or his status, but he's good enough to fight a Full Gear. And then just in general with everything going on, kind of with Callis and the Bucks, and do we feel like this is earned enough with the babyface stuff coming? Because like they want the money, but I guess they're just realizing that without the money, like the money doesn't matter. I'm trying to really connect with what they're so upset about right now. Like they just don't want to be with Callis or Okada. Like you think
So
that's a good thing for them. So I'm just trying to connect, I guess it's just the guilt of Omega and Jack is what it is. I just want to see what you thought. Talk to me.
so with the Omega stuff, I think I don't think he's healthy still.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I think he's getting healthy enough to do these matches here and there, and then he's going back to like healing up. It just if he was healthy, I feel like he'd be around full time like he used to be, or at least like more than he is now. Um,
Yeah.
but if he's healthy enough to go, they're not going to risk his health and put him in like real jeopardy. So he should still do a good match and hopefully be around for a few weeks before he goes away again. We'll see what happens, unless there's like
Mhm.
a excuse we don't know about, which kind of hopefully there is, and he's back
I
full
mean,
time. That'd be great.
just gotta wonder if he's gonna be in the classic,
Yeah,
which, yeah.
yeah, that's very fair. Also, that'd be great. Um,
Mm.
with the Bucks, I don't know if they are realizing that the money is what doesn't matter. I think they're realizing, like you said, that they kind of miss their friends a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, it's each week that like there's a beatdown that they're kind of like, no, it's not our problem, but like they keep looking back and be like, it used to be our problem, but like it's not our problem. Let's walk away. With the Don Cal stuff, they never liked Don, so like that's not like a surprising thing. They're very hesitant to join him because just they never want to be with him. But he's keep bringing them this money opportunity, so like they're still about the money because that's why they're still doing the match and saying yes. It's gonna be one of those things where it's after the match, like,
Mhm.
are so if they win and they win the money after the match, if there's a beatdown and they join Omega, does that cost them the money somehow? Because that would be really the only way to like make this kind of whole story go full circle. If they make some kind of
Mhm.
agreement that they only keep the money if they like hold up their end of the bargain, quote unquote, and we just don't know what their end of the bargain is.
Yeah, I don't know because like doesn't seem like Jack would really take them back with open arms. Maybe Kenny would, but then Kenny probably wouldn't right away. So it's like you just gotta wonder what the payoff will be when the moment comes. So I am
Yeah, and
curious. I
and
just hope it
also
goes somewhere productive. Is
also
all.
is the plan to bring back like the elite because like
That's what
that would
you.
be weird
That's what you
too.
think.
Like I don't think they need to do that right now.
Well, and that's the problem that I've kind of said a few weeks ago. Is like, okay, like Bucks can't be relevant doing anything other than stuff with the elite, and it's like,
Yeah,
okay, so if you're not doing that, just what are you going to do? So I am curious where it's going to go, but right
yeah,
now I'm not too optimistic.
fair.
Um, all right, next up we have Nixon Newell and Miranda Alizé making their in-ring debut in AEW after showing up 2 weeks ago, I believe, getting in the face of Ty and challenging them to a match, and then following that up with having a match against uh, Megan Bain and Marina Shafir instead, with no sign of Ty J. Obviously, I think this is just it was a pivot because with the Penelope Ford match, Tony probably wanted to get Bain and Shafir a win for credibility's sake.
Yep.
So I think they paused the Ty J match for next week or whenever. Um, Before I say anything, what did you think of all of this?
I thought the switch kind of sucked.
Mm,
Um, and that's also why I got confused when we were talking last week about matches and collision because that's why I thought they were doing the next match in the tournament because these two already had the match against Ty J. So I was like, oh, so they're doing the Megan
mm.
Bain Shafir match really quick already, and obviously that was wrong. Um, yeah, it just kind of sucked. Like it sucks that this is like kind of like this is their debut match, right?
Hmm.
No,
Yeah.
and like that's terrible that it had to be against these two, and they couldn't really get a chance to go and like do their thing. With Ty J, it would have been like a real match, and they would have been like time to spotlight their moves or a better
A little
match.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
not that they would have won,
Uh,
but at least they would have been able to do more.
yeah, I
So
agree.
like it kind of sucks that this is their first introduction to AEW.
Yeah, I really didn't care for the match. I did not think it was good at all. And I like Nixon. I've seen Miranda Alizé on Dark and stuff like that. I think what was the disconnect for me, and I don't know if this is true. I think my brother told me this, but I saw it online. Apparently, they're dating Newell and Alizé in real life, and uh,
Ah,
and I guess that explains if you didn't notice it why they like just kept going to kiss each other during the whole match. Like there
yeah,
was that
that's
weird
dumb.
spot.
Yeah.
There was that whole spot where like Nixon went to go kiss Miranda like before a German suplex, and like, and for the record, obviously I don't mind that. Like it's fine that they're dating. That's not the issue. The issue is just like in for a new viewer, commentary. Not that they have to say it, but like commentary didn't really give you anything to allude to that, and then you just see these two new talents on your TV, kind of just like continuously going to kiss each other when they're not doing moves instead, and it didn't really do them any favors. Is all I'm kind of getting at, in my opinion.
No, that's like a dumb gimmick though. Like
I don't even think it's a gimmick. I think it was just them wanting to just. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I think that's what was so wrong with it. Like, and this is why Excalibur is so good. Shivani doesn't give you any of that information. Excalibur would have thrown something in there probably really quick,
yeah, that's fair.
like about them being an item, and that's it. You move on, and then you're like, all right, I get it at least. But like, it wasn't. It didn't do them any favors for a debut encounter in the ring when you're already getting squashed, kind of flailing around and grabbing each other for kisses while you're getting German suplex. So I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully they get another match with Ty J and they have a better showing and kind of tighten it up and stick around because wouldn't mind it. But
all right, next up, the main event of Collision, Bandito versus Dorada. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. My only note about it was a shame that it was at the end of the night because the crowd was obviously just dead and it seemed like nobody was there anymore. Like the lights were so dimmed and everything was so tight with the cameras. Just a shame. It felt like nobody was really there to see it or react to it. I felt like I was watching Ring of Honor again, which is fitting because it was for the Ring of Honor World Title. But that's all. Just I really like the match, and Bandito continues to have a really good year.
He has had a great run.
And very quickly, while we're kind of on Bandito, and I have a second to throw it in there, I thought it was hysterical on Dynamite that Dax had like Spanish written on his hand.
Yes, that was such a weird segment, but I love the Dax part of it.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if like I'm assuming it was part of the bit and the joke, but like it was just a very weird one where like Dax like I saw the handwriting, I'm like, what's on his hand?
And he was doing it.
Como se dice.
I was cracking up. The grandma had such fun with that. You could tell like she was really getting into it. The only part I didn't like was like you're telling me that little man can hold Brody.
It was locked. They said it was locked.
Yeah. All right.
I thought the same thing at first, but no, they said the door was locked from the outside.
All right. So, it was just weird.
And either way, Brody broke through it.
It
wasn't
cool.
supposed to be Stokely holding the door closed. It was.
I know. It just looked like he was kind of, and then even if he couldn't like that, it was like a flimsy door that could have just. If he put a little shoulder into it, that shit would have been gone the first time. I'm just saying.
Well, and he did. It was fine. I didn't mind it at all.
I didn't mind. I just thought that little part was dumb, but the rest of it was a really funny segment. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on to Dynamite from last night.
Briscoe double dipping.
What?
He's in two different feuds right now. It's pretty cool.
What are you talking about? Yes. So we have the announcement for Full Gear. It will be Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT title. And I believe they said no DQ specifically was the stipulation. And if Mark Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family. And leave the conglomeration.
I really kind of want to see him in the Don Callis family.
Honestly, I think Briscoe has to win here.
Yeah. There's no way he loses and goes to the Don Callis family. That would be terrible. It just wouldn't fit. It would be hilarious for a little bit, but then it would just wouldn't fit. And so it would be one of those like storylines where it's just a matter of time before he like breaks off from it. So it's like honestly pointless. No, I do think for Kyle and for Mark, it's time for both of them to do the next chapter, give Briscoe a belt, let him run for a little bit, let Fletcher maybe go to the main event scene, Hangman and Page, like then they can have an actual feud instead of like that rush thing because Wardlow got hurt. So like let Fletcher do a little bit something else, or let Fletcher go get another title. I don't want to talk about the title later, but we will. But let Fletcher go get another belt maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Jay DeFalco says no offense to Fletcher, but the TNT is the TV title, and he hasn't done anything on TV with it,
That's
which
true.
is fair. And I've thought about that. Like that's the thing. Like I feel like it's a little too soon, but then I thought about what he just said, where it's like,
Like
yeah, it's a little
Briscoe
too
would defend
soon,
that all the time.
but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done much with it on TV. Um, and also, Continental Classic is coming up, so we don't know what the plan is there and which one of them, if not both, are in the field because they were both in it last year, I
Yeah.
believe. So yeah, maybe there's a different plan, but I always said Briscoe should have been the one to beat Fletcher. I just feel like it's a little bit soon, but then again, it's the TV title, so
And
it
also,
can
this
move.
is like the sixth match between them. Like, how many more matches before Briscoe beats Fletcher?
Well, it's been back and forth.
I'm just saying, like, how many more? Like,
Yeah.
this it can be a lengthy feud. I don't care. This could be one of those things that
Mm.
you keep going back to. That's fine. I'm talking about for the actual belt. How many more times are you gonna let Briscoe try to win the belt before, like, it's like, all right,
Well, yeah. Well, I think
three,
this is
four?
only correct. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is only Briscoe's second shot at the belt against Fletcher. Like the first one was at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah,
So I'm just saying it's not like he hasn't fought him like a million times for it. Is all. But
all
yeah.
right.
Either way, I won't hate it if Briscoe loses, but I think the better call is to have Briscoe win it at Full
Yeah,
Gear. But all right. Now we move on to the end of the show. This is the main event. We have the Ops of Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus Adam Page, Eddie Kingston, and Hook. And it was originally just going to be a regular trios match, and then Hook spoke up at the beginning of the show, got under Joe's skin, and said, "Hey, why don't you put those belts on the line and be fighting champions?" Joe got all worked up and mad and said, "You want the belts? You want to shot the belts? Fine, you got them. It's done. It's done." Now, I know you didn't really care for this opening segment, or at least that part of the opening
yeah.
segment.
As I say, it's not the
Yeah.
whole. I thought the open segment was good, and I thought it was like, especially a good follow up after last week, because you interrupt Tony, you do that whole thing, and I think that all made sense. The only thing I just thought was funny because I understand what the whole point was I don't think Hook delivered the line. I don't think Samoa Joe reacted appropriately to the way Hook delivered the line. I thought Hook could have like been a little snarky or been a little angrier with it or something. I thought he could have shown. I know he's still learning and that's fine. And I'm not saying like he was terrible, but I just thought he could have shown a little more emotion because like he almost mumbled it a little bit because you could tell he like flubbed a little bit at the beginning, so he mumbled a little bit, and then Joe's like, "Oh my god, like how dare you talk to me like that?" Blah 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 blah. It's like he didn't really talk to you any type of way. He just said like, "I should have been there. You wouldn't have won them without me," kind of thing. But like he didn't deliver it as like an angry kid, almost like to get that reaction out of Samoa Joe. That's all I'm saying. Like I just want him to get better on the mic.
Mhm. Yeah, no, and that's a fair critique. Like I told you earlier, I personally didn't really mind. I mean, it was still him being authentic at
Yeah.
least, with it. And then I thought Joe, if anything, I thought Joe's reaction was more hamming it up. Kind of, it reminded me of like when Ric Flair would be like on the ramp in TNA,
Woo,
kind of
woo.
responding and like just being Flair. So I liked it though. I was fine with that part. But the main event, trios titles. I was thinking they were going to lose. I thought they were going to do it.
Me too.
I was really looking forward to the main event. I enjoyed the main event. Although I'm curious now, that's 2 weeks in a row where you've had Hook like tap quickly in a title opportunity and lose. Like, what are they going to do with Hook from there? Because you can't just maybe they can, but I feel like you really just can't have Hook and Eddie just keep going now. Like,
Well,
you have to do something with that dynamic
yeah, as
after
I say,
tapping out
it
twice
doesn't.
very
They're
quickly.
not showing us Eddie doing anything like as a follow up. Like
Mhm.
he's kind of having like those little talks with him, but that's like really it. They're not like
He's mentoring
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but like I don't know. I don't know if it has to be like a match where like Eddie's like being more vocal on the side. I don't know what it is, but they got like you said change it up a little bit because like
Mhm.
it, I can't. I
Yeah.
don't believe that all of a sudden next week he's gonna come out and win a big match now. Like it just eh.
No, and that could be fine. I mean, because I know Hook's response last week when he lost, when he tapped, was, I learned from my dad. When you know you're God, you gotta just just you gotta. When you know you're God, you just gotta tap. Like you
Yeah.
can't just don't force it. At least he gave an answer there, but it's like okay, so now it's 2 weeks in a row though. So I think it's gonna play into something long term. So we
I would
continue.
hope so. That would be crazy if it's not.
Um, yeah. All right, now
Oh
we're
god.
gonna get into the nitty gritty, folks, the meat and potatoes of the show. the big four kind of topics to talk about. So, last night, about half hour before Dynamite, Tony Khan goes live on Twitter and announces a new title coming to AEW called the AEW National Title, which the intent of this belt is to be defended across the country in various companies such as Ring of Honor, CMLL, New Japan Strong, and various indies. This belt will be determined at Full Gear in a casino gauntlet match. And they never really specified it, but you're assuming at this point it's for the men.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they never
they
said men's or
specified it because
women's.
they
But
said the two guys that entered were Bobby
well,
Lashley and Shelton Benjamin.
well, yeah, they did with that. But up until then, it just either way, whatever. I'm just saying they didn't specify that for a while. But it's another men's title, and Annie, honestly, I didn't even get mad or annoyed. I just laughed. I thought it was just the funniest thing that I've heard in a long time.
I just don't get it. I also laughed that MVP came out and called it the International Championship. I was like, no, we got rid of that one. Sorry, bud.
Did he? I didn't even listen to that. But
and then he tried to do the whole lineage. I'm like, bro, whatever.
Well, that's him talking about the That's him talking about the NWA one, which also pissed off a lot of purists, going out there.
It's
but
not the same belt. Why would we even do this? Like, say it's in honor of them, but don't say like they won it. Like, it's not the same belt.
No, I don't think he was doing that. I think he was talking about the respect for what the national title concept means. Is all.
Yes.
But like, it's just, and this is what we were talking about months ago. This is so ass backwards. Like, you had this title already. Welcome back, the International Championship.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Tony has already come out and said that those belts are both not gone. They both still exist. It's up to the unified champion to split them back up. But like, why are we doing this? Like, you unified two titles, and then you're gonna bring this belt in. It is very stupid. I'm laughing at it because this is Tony's fault for putting himself in this corner of another stupid thing. It's just, whatever, man. Like, honestly, it just is whatever. Because like, you have this belt. The belt exists, and now the content of the classic's coming up. I cannot wait for whatever convoluted explanation they come up with the unified title of these belts. Like, I guarantee you.
Maybe they have all of them in there. They have the national title in there. They have the unified title in there. They have the TNT title in there. They have all they have the women's tag belts in there. They have all the belts in there, and whoever comes out on top is the champion of champions. Because at this point, it's too many fucking tiring. Belts. I'm over it. I'm over it.
It's so tiring. And
you broke me, Tony. I'm over it. Too many belts, bro.
It has not been
to more belts.
Not been a great year. In a lot of regards. I mean, whatever. Okay. Women's tag title tournament continues on. We have some progress, unlike the Ring of Honor pure women's title tournament, which is still ongoing months later. I digress. So we have the Sisters of Sin, Sky Blue and Julia Hart, defeating Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter. And then we had last night Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, thankfully, beating Mercedes Moné.
I was very happy with that decision. I was very nervous that it wasn't going to go that way, but great. That
was the way to go.
It was awesome.
It was what they needed to do. And honestly, I said it last week. They're still my pick to win the whole thing.
I think so now too. Now that they got past them, because if it wasn't going to be them, then it was going to be Tony and Mina. But now you're not going to have them versus. I mean, maybe you will, but probably
you could.
You probably won't. I really think it's going to be Willow and Harley versus Mina and Bane.
You mean Bane and Marina? You said Mina.
I said Marina. Yeah, Marina.
Yeah, Shafir. Yeah, Shafir and Bane. I agree. Yeah, I still feel for Ty J in all this. Like, was the best match I've seen from Harley Cameron. Yeah, she was definitely fired up for it.
Yo, that double crucifix was pretty cool. Like, you don't really see that too much. That was a nice little move.
That was clean. So we have that side of the bracket done. Looks like we're not going to get the other side of the bracket probably until after Blood and Guts now, and maybe not even until after Full Gear. I thought they were going to crown the winners at Full Gear, but at this rate, I don't know if they're going to get there with time.
Full Gear is after.
It's the 22nd.
They didn't announce any matches for this Saturday, did they?
Well, no, they didn't, but it's pre-taped. You could look it up, but I'm assuming they're not going to do them there
Yeah.
because
So if they
they want to
yeah
keep
if they're not doing
everybody.
any matches this Saturday, then they will have no time because then you could just say this Saturday and next Saturday, and then the Wednesday leading up to Full Gear, they could have like the
Yeah,
semifinals, which you
because at
could
this point
still
you have
do.
well, at this point you have one, two, three, four matches to do before the finals.
And one show you can't do them at all on, which is Blood and Guts.
So you have a collision and a dynamite, and that's it. So you could do 2 and 2,
I agree.
and you could get to your finals at Full Gear, which would be the most logical thing. But
We'll see.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. Yeah. So I mean, and it's just funny, like and like I said it to you before about Karma, and you might have thought I was talking about Queen Amanada, but Queen Amanada got injured in her match, and I just laughed again because this is just karma for Tony Khan and all the booking that he's doing with the women's tag title tournament and the women's blood and guts
Yep.
and waiting all this time because of injuries that everybody was perfectly lined up to do everything,
Yep.
and then injuries happen anyway.
Yep.
So I laughed. I don't wish any ill will on Amanada, but like between the national title and then that, I was like, this is hysterical. This is just what he deserves, like for
Yeah.
this shit.
And it just
So
sucks now because now Women Blood and Guts, which is already rushed and kind of weird, and how they announced everything wasn't great, and now they had to do this spin where Amanada honestly was one of the few that should be in there from the beginning because she was in the blood feud with the Triangle of Madness, and now she's the first one out, and now they replaced her with Mina. No, Mina was
Mina, yeah. So yeah,
with
that was
Mina.
gonna be. So that's our next point now. Women's blood and guts, since our last show, has been made official. They announced it basically just after all weeks of saying that the Triangle of Madness have not accepted yet and would not accept. The match is just happening now. Tony basically threw his hands in the air and said, "Fuck it, you're gonna get this now." And
we're gonna
through
throw everyone in there.
we're getting 6-on-6 now. Mercedes Monet's thrown in there. Statlander's thrown in there. You got Marina Shafir in there because Penelope Ford. You got Mina Shirakawa in there because of Queen Amanada. You got Tony Storm in there. It's a mess. And again, the match will deliver. It will be awesome. I hope. But like
Honestly,
the
though,
plot, the plot's lost.
I'm not gonna lie to you
Everything's
though.
done.
I don't know if it's gonna be awesome because 12 people is a lot of people.
Yeah, but it also does add up. It's not all 12 at once.
I
So,
know,
they
the
can
first
build.
half of the match is gonna be good. I don't know how the end's gonna be. Like what I always say, and I think you're the same way with me with this is, what are they doing when they're on the side? Are they all just laying down, or are they all just like taking a breath? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna be so adamant. If they're all at least kind of doing their own thing and the camera's just focusing on one or two people, that's fine. But if half of them are just laying down for the second half of the match because there's too many people, that's when I'm just kind of checked out.
Yeah, and because it's 6-on-6, it's going to be 10 minutes longer than
That's
the men's match. You'd think.
That's crazy. That's right. So maybe it should. So are we just having 2 blood and guts matches and that's it on Wednesday? We talked about that last week.
Well, basically yes, but I don't know if you caught at the very end of Dynamite, like at the very last second, Shivani's like, "Oh, I just got word it's going to be Adam Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs in a False Count Anywhere match on Dynamite."
Get the fuck out of here!
You missed that?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing Adam Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs, a False Count Anywhere match, which again is wild to me because like you're doing 2 hardcore matches already. If you're gonna throw this in the middle as a palate cleanser, a False Count Anywhere match is not the answer.
Right? What the fuck?
You need something to cool off in between 2-hour-long matches, and apparently this Dynamite's gonna be 2.5 hours, by the way.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so there's gonna be a third match. I'm assuming that's it for the show. They're gonna just do those 3 matches.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, man, and I'm the women are probably gonna open.
Yes,
they shouldn't.
Which sucks.
They should close because they were the first match and they earned it. But whatever, they'll probably open, and the men are probably gonna blow them out of the water.
Yep.
So I think TK's gone off the deep end. Yeah, I think he's just like he's lost with the football season. He's just throwing whatever he has to throw in there to get it done.
The Jaguars even doing good? Like
they are.
Okay, so that's why he's really not. That's why he's really checked out. He's like, this is our year. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. I gotta pay attention.
I think they were 4-13 last year, and they already have 5 wins this year. So they're already doing better.
Hilarious.
Like
that's great.
So
all right.
Yeah, man. I mean, so whatever. And so really quick picks. Heels or faces? Which side wins?
For the women.
Yeah.
Fuck man, it's I think it's gonna be the heels because I think
Okay.
faces win for the men, so I think it's gonna be the heels.
Okay. All right.
Maybe you have
Yeah.
double faces win, but
Because you have to keep in mind now, Mercedes is in there, and Stats in there, and like Tony, and like
I know
these
that's what I keep
people.
thinking about. Are you gonna really have Stat and Tony lose?
I
Oh,
think the heels are gonna win.
then you're gonna have
Yeah.
Mercedes. Yeah, with Tekla. Yeah, no, I'm sticking with my gut. I think the heels win the women, and I think the faces win the men's.
I mean, if the story was still focused on like Hater and versus the triangle, then
Different
I'd be like, all
story.
right,
Yep.
the faces will win. But I feel like
Now
at this
that's like
point,
an
it's just been
all
like
star match.
it's like, oh, whatever.
Yep.
All right. Last point for the evening is the men's blood and guts. This one, and again, we don't know the advantages yet for both teams because those will be decided on Collision this week. If you want to be spoiled, go read up spoilers on Collision, but we don't read
No.
spoilers here. Um, so yeah, men's blood and guts. We have the Death Riders versus O'Reilly, Strong, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Darby Allen. This is a traditional 5-on-5. Um,
And can I just say really
yeah.
quick, what's so fucked
What do
up?
you got?
This one got
What?
announced. So cool. This one got announced exactly how you should announce it. The guys that are feuding came out. They challenged each other to it. They accepted it. That's the way a fucking blood and guts should be announced. Not like the women's. Continue. Sorry.
Oh, and well, since we're doing that, I'll go back and bitch more about the women's. Tony and Mina should not be in this. It should have been Ty J. I think it's insane that
Oh,
they're not
that's
in this
fair
match.
too. Yeah.
I think they're getting the shaft. Like they were involved in this story. Tony and Mina barely were for like a week or two in there with the random tags, but like yeah.
Yep.
The
Sorry.
matches are delivering, but a lot of the booking isn't making sense because he's doing too much right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's just trying to get everything he wanted to do in the year done so that when this new year starts, the new year plans can happen.
Yeah.
Plus the classics coming, that's going to take up a lot of time in real estate. So he's rushing through stuff right now.
What a
But
Russian.
yeah, and then the men's, I mean, I don't have really anything to add that I can think of. Just I think the faces should win. I think Mox should be the one to be giving up.
Mm-hmm.
I also do think that Garcia should have beaten Darby on Dynamite so that Mox and Strong never happens on Saturday because it's always, match 3 if necessary for the advantage. They should have had it where Claudio and Garcia, as the soldiers, the generals, whatever you want to call them, win their matches to get the advantage. They don't need Moxley to do match 3, and then they lose next week, and Mox is the one giving up,
I agree.
leading up more into like kicking Mox
I
out.
agree.
Granted, whatever. This will give Mox a little bit of fire, I guess, assuming Mox beats Strong on Collision. Because it'd be
Yeah,
awesome if he
I
did. But
don't see Mox
I don't
losing.
see Strong beating Mox cleanly, at least. No
Agreed.
offense. I would,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think the men's match is going to be better just because Darby's in it. I think they're going to go nuts. So
Yeah, I just think unfortunately it's also it's gonna be a more focused story. It's not gonna be 3 or 4 different feuds that are coming together. It's gonna be less people, so more room to do shit. And then you have a few guys who are just gonna take stupid, crazy risks, and everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit!" I honestly, the only thing I do not want to see is what new fucked up torture they do to Darby because I can't handle this like. It really,
yeah.
some of them just gross me out, and I can't see another weird shit.
Yep. And you know
So
what? My last thing I'll say, and then I'll be done with it for the night. Is this match even happening has me even more mad and justified at the fact that while you were there and you're probably biased, that Forbidden Door 10-man tag should have never happened.
it should never have happened.
Like,
It didn't
and
make
we
sense.
knew that when they first said it. We're like, why is this match taking place? Like, they're throwing again everything at the wall just to get everybody on the match on the show.
Yep.
And and I remember we even said, oh, I guess because they're going to do women's blood and guts. That's why the men are going to do this.
And that's
And
what
here
we
we are.
thought, and that's what we justified. We're like, all right, go ahead, then do it. Like, no big deal. Like, give London
And now
something
the men
cool.
are
But
just doing blood and guts anyway.
then they
So,
ruined it.
yeah.
Well,
And
Orange Cassidy wasn't there. That's the problem. You need OC.
I know. And despite the booking complaints we've had here tonight, I did like Collision and Dynamite this week. I did think they were good shows.
Mm-hmm.
I just like things keep coming up where I get whiplash. I'm like, a national title now? What the hell? What? Like, just you got to clean it up. The booking is not consistent. And
Yeah,
that in terms of the bigger announcements,
I was just
the
say, I
minutia
think the
of things
landscape
is
of
working
AEW
well.
is just it's weird. I think the wrestlers are doing great, and I think the most of the matches and most of the feuds are awesome. I just think it's kind of weird, all these like decisions that are being made and how things are being rushed, and like that's the problem for
Hmm.
me.
That's the perfect word I was gonna say. It's not even like the booking or the stories; it's the decisions on when to do this or that and
Mm-hmm.
this and that. And it's not like, and then it's funny because like a lot of people don't seem to really care or like be as complainy as we are, I guess. But like they're just like, this is amazing, and I'm like, do you guys just really not see it? Like,
Yeah,
but
like you like but it's also the same people that are like WWE is doing everything terrible. And it's like, all right, but like also check over here and be like, they're not doing everything perfect. Like there's still some issues. It's too much.
yeah,
It's too much blind loyalty where it's like you can still say what they're doing wrong and still enjoy the show. It's okay. I still watch
yeah.
WWE every week. I don't enjoy most of it, but I still watch it every week.
God bless you. All right. Well, folks, that is it for this week. Um, we have one next week for you. Let me pop it up real quick, make sure I have the right notes. Yes. So we've been talking about it here tonight a lot. But next Monday will be the night we
Nope.
will
Tuesday.
predict. Sorry, next Tuesday. Thank you. That's right. So we will be live on Tuesday next week, not Monday. Tuesday, 11/11. So 11/11, we will be live
Make a wish,
on
baby.
11/11. I'm not a Make-A-Wish baby. How
Oh,
dare you? 11/11, Tuesday, 7 p.m. We will be live here. We will be predicting the Continental Classic field. We will once again
oh
try to
yeah.
guess who we think will be out of the 12 names. If there's even 12 names, they might make more. Because who knows at this point? Um,
20
and
names.
we will try and predict who will be in the finals.
Yep.
Obviously, they've changed the finals now the last 2 years, so maybe they'll change the finals format again. We'll do our best, folks.
Yep.
Um, on top of that, we will also be doing. If you were here a few weeks ago when we did the Halloween kind of trick or treat, like pick a group of people to go trick or treating with, we're gonna be doing another one of those this time with Thanksgiving table settings. So we'll be kind of picking which table we'd want to be, which house we'd want to go to for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So again, that'll be next Tuesday on 11/11, and then after that, we'll be on a different schedule because I will be unavailable on some Thursdays, but we'll get to that with time. So
Yeah, and then we got
yeah,
Thanksgiving coming up. There's just some scheduling conflicts,
yeah,
but we'll
which is why
figure
we're
it out.
doing all the Thanksgiving Continental Classic stuff next week, just to
Yes,
get in
sir.
front of it before we dive in. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Alrighty, folks. See you guys on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Have a good night.
All right, peace out. A-Town down.